In this ProQuest Dialog module, we will see how to conduct a basic search in the engineering and technology literature and learn about some new features. This is the opening screen. The top bar shows how many databases are available and provides navigation options. From here, we can conduct a search in all available databases or choose to view the industries horizontally. Or we can scroll down and choose a particular database to search. We will click on the icon for the industry group, Engineering and Technology. Our topic has to do with radio frequency identification and security standards. We enter our search terms. As we type, ProQuest Dialog Autocomplete offers vocabulary we might use, or we can turn off autocomplete. We'll click the magnifying glass or press Enter to see how many records in this industry category have these terms. ProQuest Dialog presents the results page and tells us how many records fit our search criteria. We're going to click on Search Within and modify our search. The search syntax allows us to use the question mark as a wildcard for one character and the asterisk for open truncation, including left-hand truncation. We're looking for Gen 2, an EPC Global RFID protocol. Asterisk global asterisk can lead us to global or EPC global or globalization or other variations. We can use the date slider to narrow retrieval to specific time periods, such as a year, a range of years, or months or days. By hovering over a bar, we see the number of retrieved records published in a certain range. We slide the bar tabs to the years we want and press Update. Or we could click on a bar, such as one for a current range. As we narrow the range, we can see the number of records by month.
This is the first of 2 learning checks to reinforce what you have learned. It contains multiple choice and true-false questions. You will have 2 tries to answer a question correctly. If you answer the question incorrectly on the second try, click anywhere on the screen to go to the next question. Now you try it is the second learning check at the end of the module. This exercise has you walk through the search yourself.
With the date update applied, we can further narrow results by ranked lists of publication titles, document types, classification terms, authors, and more if we wish. By default, our results are sorted by relevance, and we can sort results by date, most recent first, or oldest first. We have changed our view to detailed view, where we can see highlighted terms, source type icons, publication date, and the database from which the records came. We'll select some records to keep and work with later. A preview link to the right of titles lets us view parts of the record for relevancy and see the context of our search terms. We've selected records to view, and we've clicked Selected Items. We can choose how much of the records we wish to see. If we are transactional customers, we can read a price preview. We'll press Continue to proceed to view the selected records. These articles appear right on target, and we can email, print, cite, export, or save them as a file. The lower parts of records contain hyperlinked terms we can click to search. When ready to go back to searching, we'll click Back to Results or Search if we wish to start a new research project. We want to translate this abstract to French for a colleague, so we'll click Translate next to the abstract summary. Note that this record has both an abstract and full text, so if we want to translate both the abstract and the full text, we'll take 2 steps. A dialog box opens where we can choose to translate a record, for example from English to French, then click the Translate button. Translation works particularly well in cases where we retrieve a record in a language other than our native tongue and we wish to see a translation. We'll translate the abstract, and later we can translate the full text. The French translation appears. Note that this is an on-the-fly machine translation for your convenience and not intended as an official translation. Records can be saved, printed, emailed, cited, or exported only in their original languages, so we would have to use browser file save functions or copy and paste the translation into a word processing software to keep the translation. This ends Part 1 of ProQuest Dialog Introduction to Basic Searching. We logged on to ProQuest Dialog and chose the Engineering and Technology Industry group of databases to search. We entered search terms on the basic search form. We learned how to narrow results by using search within and narrow results by features. We learned to use the asterisk for open truncation and the question mark for a single extra character. We learned how to change the database order of preferences for duplicate detection. And we learned to browse titles and select records for later viewing. Part 2 picks up where we left off in the same online session. We'll search one database from the Engineering and Technology category and see how easy it is to work with selected records using a post-processing feature.
You've completed Basic Search Part 1. A final learning check will let you conduct a search by entering search terms and clicking the appropriate part of the screen, just as if you were searching ProQuest Dialog. For You Try It, follow the directions at the top of each screen to complete a search. You will conduct a search on modular sound by entering your search terms in the search box. Then search within and enter another term, percussion. Make sure it is truncated. You will have 2 tries to answer each question. If you answer the question incorrectly on the second try, click anywhere on the screen to go to the next question. At the end of the You Try It exercise, you will see an accounting of your answers to all questions in this module. You can also review the questions. This page shows the number of correct answers from the total number of questions in both learning checks. You can review the module or click Continue to go forward.